All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High and His only begotten Son. Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and others of Great Millstone who root and teach well, Wa Barakathum, and to the whole full elect. All right, now today through the Spirit, I'm going to a quick little video ride along. Going to the Lord does what He wants, and that's a huge stumbling block until a lot of Israelites. The fact that the Lord can do whatever the hell He wants to do. You see, like for example, the Lord can create a people that He wants to destroy, or that the Lord can choose to judge somebody while they're take somebody's spirit, which means put them to death while they're a baby, a kid, a woman. You see? Or whatever the case may be, the Lord can do whatever He wants to do, and we can't do nothing about it. All we can ultimately do is hope, you see, and pray that the Lord has mercy and grace upon us, and that He allows us to be shown mercy in these times that we're going to be going into. You see, the Lord can do what He wants to do, and that's the reality. That's why you read books like Romans 9th chapter, it goes into that, man. The Lord have mercy on whom He will have mercy, and whom He hardeneth, He hardeneth. You see, so if the Lord wants to make somebody a wicked, evil, degenerate, and kill them later, He can do that. You see, if the Lord wants to create a whole ethnicity of people that He hates, He can do that. And that's a stumbling block to a lot of our people. The fact that they think, oh, well, nah, He created them, so He should love them. No, the Lord can do whatever the hell He wants to do. And He created a people that He hates. And also, He made a people to be above all the rest of the nations on the planet Earth, and that's the Israelites. The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian person is above the rest of the ethnicities on the planet Earth. You see, because they go back to the lineage of Israel, the children of Israel. Children means sons of Jacob, and the sons of Jacob, that lineage, that's a continuation of the sons of God. All right. You see, and they're living here on planet Earth right now. You see, that's who the Israelites are. That's why Israel, when you go into it in the Hebrew, what it actually is, it means Yashar Allah, which means He Prince of Power. All right, He Prince of Power. You see, son of the power, right? Jacob got his name changed to Israel when he wrestled that angel. So that's the Lord's chosen lineage. That's who the Lord is dealing with. That's who He set up to be above the rest of the nations on the planet Earth. You see? But however, we fell away. But through Yahweh Shai, who the word really calls Jesus, the Lord is bringing His sons back by way of His word going out, and they're being gathered together for that marriage, that reconciliation. You see, and what's the blood for that reconciliation? It's gonna be the blood that was shed on the cross. So all of the nation of Israel eventually will taste of that blood, but right now it's gonna start with the elect, the house of David, because the house of David is gonna bring back the rest of the Israelites through their loins. They're gonna be birthed back, and they're gonna be born into the new covenant. You see, but the point of this video is the Lord can do what He wants to do, and He created the nation of Israel to rule everybody else. You see, that's why I read about prophecies like the book of Isaiah, the 2nd chapter. We read about Psalms 149. You see where it says to bind their kings with fetters of iron, all the nations that had us in captivity. You see, the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom, like Daniel 7:18. You see, and they shall possess the kingdom forever. That kingdom means royal power and sovereignty or dominion. So the dominion was meant for the saints. You see, the saints are the Israelites. You see, that's also why you read scriptures like Deuteronomy. Thou art a special people unto the Lord, thy power. You see, above all other people upon the planet Earth. You see, who was made to be above everybody else, not be equal. And that's another thing. People have a stumbling block. They think they try and bring their own opinions or their own hearts into the ways of the Lord. No, the Lord can do what He wants to do. And the Lord created the nation of Israel, which you have Israelites scattered amongst the different nations, but if their lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, or Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, then they're Israelite. They're not a heathen. But if you're a heathen, then you're less than the Israelites. And that's according to the scriptures. 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. It speaks on how about how he made how all these people come from Adam, came from the ground, but he made the chosen to be above all the rest. He said he's likened the other ones to spittle. You can read 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 56. It has likened the other unto spittle. Right? Spit. The other nations are likened unto spit. You see? Because the Lord just doesn't give up. He doesn't care about them. You see? And that's a stumbling block into our people. Because they have a problem with what the Lord, how the Lord thinks or what the Lord does. The Lord can do what he want to do. And a prime time example, you can read in the book of Genesis what he did with Abraham. The Lord had tested Abraham and told Abraham, had it set up where Abraham was like, sacrifice Isaac. Knowing that normally that you're supposed to sacrifice animals for sacrifice, supposed to be animals, not humans. You see, but the Lord tested Abraham because he knew how much Abraham loved Isaac. You see, and he had him with Sarah. He knew how much he loved Isaac and how that was the son he had with Sarah. You see? So the Lord tested him to see if he was gonna sacrifice him. You see, and that was completely against the guidelines. But the Lord, like I was going to in the video, the Lord can do what the heck he wants to do, and we can't do nothing about it. You have to be okay with what the Lord wants, what the Lord's will is. You can't get offended at the Lord's will. And at the end of the day, Lord willing to be of the elect, his will is going to play in our favor. And that's why the scriptures call us prisoners of hope. You see, because we're hoping that the Lord shows that grace upon us, that mercy, and he allows his will for us to play favor in his will. You see, because whatever the Lord will is going to happen regardless whether we want it or not. The Lord is going to destroy Babylon the Great in America. The Lord is going to take Esau's kingdom down. You see, the Lord is going to make Yahushua rule forever when he comes back with the Israelites. You see, the Lord is going to bring ICBM nuclear warheads. And during World War III, the ICBM nuclear warhead is going to be shot in America, Babylon the Great. You see, those are all things that's written. The Lord is going to make it happen, and we can't. Whether we like it or not, it's going to happen. You see, a lot of people, they try and get offended at the Lord's will. You can't get offended at the Lord's will because it doesn't matter. That's why also when you read Romans 9, it goes to how he made vessels of honor and vessels of dishonor. So the Lord can do whatever he wants to do. We can't get offended at that. You see? That's not in our place. It's not for our place to tell the Lord what he made a mistake on or he should have did this. No, man, the Lord does what he wants to do. You see? And then you'll have people that say that ultimately they're saying the Lord made a mistake in creating them because they'll change their genital area and say that they're another thing when the Lord created them to be one thing. You see? Because you're saying the Lord made a mistake creating you. I'm supposed to be this. You see? And that's why the Lord is going to do away with the pride of all these people, man. You see, that's nothing but straight pride. And the Lord is going to do away with all this pride that we see here in America, Babylon the Great, and also all throughout the world. Everybody's going to know who Yahushua is by his judgments. And they're going to know who his people are. The Lord's going to issue out judgments by his people. That's why when we get these laws, statutes, and commandments, the law is going to go forth out of Zion, man. It says in Isaiah 2, we're going to subject all these people. They're going to be forced to do righteously, man. All right, and deal just. You see, because under the rulership and jurisdiction of Esau, everybody's forced to do wickedness. And that wickedness, vibration is being pushed out on everybody. You see, but that's going to be done away with, according to the scriptures, according to prophecy. You see? But the point of this video I want to touch it to was the Lord can do what he wants to do. And we can't try and get mad because the Lord wants to. Like another thing too, like an example of Judith, where you had the high priest and the elders, they were trying to say like, oh man, we gotta. They were saying, if the Lord don't deliver us in this many days, we're gonna go ahead and give in to the heathens. You see, because they were seeking, they were trying to ultimately, they was offended at the Lord having them being tried out. And we can't do that now. Man, our Lord didn't come back in 2023, so you get offended. No, the Lord does what he wants to do. We got to be okay with that. We got to continue, regardless of how the Lord make the sight of our situation and what the Lord makes happen. You see, we got to keep going. See? That's straight pride. You try and get offended because the Lord didn't do something your way. It ain't about you. It's about what the Lord's will is, not our own will. You see? And the Lord can do what the hell he wants to do. Whenever he wants this thing to kick off, it's going to kick off. And it's very well looking like this year, it could be the year. You see? All the prophecies, all the evils happening. The way this place is headed, it's nothing but the end result. Anybody that's proven, the end result of this place, the way it's going, is nothing but sedition and evils and famine and pestilence and plagues and war. War is already happening, but I'm talking about worse wars. You see, because these nations are losing. They're losing shipments. They're paying more for stuff. You see? All types of propaganda is going on. This is going to get worse. You see? But this is the Lord's will, and we can't be offended at it. We got to be okay with that, because the Lord can do what he wants to do. And that's what I want to touch to in this video. The Lord does what he wants to do, man. You see? You can't tell the Lord, oh, you made a mistake. Man, we should have been out here 2020, whatever the case may be. Nah, man, the Lord does what he wants to do. However long it's going to take, we got to continue, regardless. And be okay with that. Because that's what the Lord's will is. But anyways, the point I wanted to touch into, Lord willing, this was edifying. I like to end it off by saying, call along Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakal Kadash. Double honors to the apostle, elders, great millstone, root as well. Until next time, Shalom.